Perfect. And last question. Obviously, just this is kind of move away from heavyweight for a second into lightweight. Teofimo Lopez was now has the other three belts. Devin Haney has your belt, but Lomachenko was the franchise champion for the WBC, which happened right before that fight. Do you consider Teofimo Lopez? Obviously, he's a unified champion, but do you think that he needs to beat Devin Haney to be the unified champion?
Well,
or undisputed, I mean, I'm sorry.
Teofimo defeated Lomachenko.
Yes.
And in that fight, they had the request that if he defeated Lomachenko, he would be granted the same recognition as a world champion and the franchise zone.
Well, there you go.
He's, without a doubt, he's unified. We have Haney as the WBC champion, and that activity in that division has been very important.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with the pandemic and now with the problems that the fight with Cambosos has brought.
Oh my goodness!
That
yes.
has limited many things, but we expect that.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, what you just heard is clarification from WBC World Boxing Council's president, Mauricio Sulaiman, as he once again clarifies that undefeated, unified WBA, WBO, IBF, Ring Magazine, WBC franchise lightweight world champion superstar boxer Teofimo Lopez is just that, a unified champion. Teofimo Lopez, after defeating Vasyl Lomachenko via unanimous decision, is just that. As Mauricio Sulaiman, he clarifies once again that Teofimo Lopez is not an undisputed champion. Teofimo Lopez, 16 wins, no losses, no draws, 12 wins by way of knockout, 24 years of age, standing 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. Last time he was in the ring was October of 2020 when he defeated two-time Olympic gold medalist, three-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, superstar boxer Vasyl High-Tech Lomachenko via unanimous decision. So, Mauricio Sulaiman, once again, he doubles back and he lets it be known that, and this is, just to clarify, for people that don't understand the timetable for this, okay? The timestamp for this is while I was at Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury 3 trilogy in Las Vegas, Nevada. This was during the press conference with Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter the morning of, okay? So just for anybody that's wondering, well, how long ago was this? This was at the press conference with Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter the morning of. So this was October 9th, okay? So if you're looking for it, I just hadn't put this up. I forgot to put it up, okay? He stated that undefeated lightweight WBC world champion superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, 26 wins, no losses, no draws, 15 wins by way of knockout, 22 years of age, 5'8" with a 71-inch arm reach. Last time we saw him in the ring was May of this year when he took on defeated three-division world champion superstar boxer Jorge Linares via unanimous decision, Devin the Dream Haney. Okay? You can hear Mauricio Sulaiman clearly state this is in the press room for Wilder Fury 3 trilogy during the Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter press conference, the announcement press conference that morning of. And Mauricio Sulaiman is present, as Devin Haney was present. And father, trainer, and manager Bill Haney was also present when this took place. And this is what Mauricio Sulaiman, this is what he had to say regarding what took place. If you didn't hear what he said, let's listen again, shall we?
And last question. Obviously, just kind of move away from heavyweight for a second into lightweight. Teofimo Lopez.
So you see, he said, let's move away from heavyweight. I was doing the interview on the side. I was doing a separate interview. So he said, let's move away from heavyweight because they were talking about, and we were talking about Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury trilogy. Okay, so that's why you hear him saying, let's move away from the heavyweight division. So that confirms you that this is recent. Okay, this is not old.
Now has the other three belts. Devin Haney has your belt, but Lomachenko had the.
Devin Haney has your belt. Teofimo Lopez has the other three belts. Mauricio Sulaiman does not deny it.
With the franchise champion for the WBC, which happened right before that fight, do you consider Teofimo Lopez, obviously he's a unified champion, but do you think that he needs to beat Devin Haney to be the unified champion?
Do you consider Teofimo Lopez undisputed or just unified champion? Do you consider him undisputed? Does he need to beat Devin Haney to be considered undisputed? Listen to what he had to say.
Well, undisputed, I mean, I'm sorry. Teofimo defeated Lomachenko. Yes. And in that fight, they had the request that if he defeated Lomachenko, he would be granted the
Teofimo Lopez and his team requested Teofimo Lopez Sr., father, trainer, and manager, and Teofimo Lopez and his team and his legendary promoter, Top Rank CEO and promoter Bob Arum, they requested to be franchised.
recognition as world champion of the franchise zone. Well, there you go. He's, without doubt, he's unified. We have a...
What did Mauricio Sulaiman just say? Without a doubt, he's the unified champion, not undisputed.
Haney as the WBC champion, and that activity
Haney is our WBC champion.
in that division has been very important. I mean, the pandemic and now with the problems that the fight with Calvosos has brought, oh my goodness, that has limited many things, but we expect that.
So there you have it. Mauricio Sulaiman just recently says that they don't recognize Teofimo Lopez as their WBC champion. They recognize Teofimo Lopez as the unified champion who holds the WBC franchise title. And once again, Mauricio Sulaiman, he clarifies and he says that we allowed Teofimo Lopez, we obliged him because he requested to be franchised. So we allowed him to receive an acknowledgement that he's of his accomplishments, but he's not an official WBC belt holder. But on the same token, Mauricio Sulaiman at one point in time said that Teofimo Lopez was the super champion, right? But now, once again, you hear this recently, he's saying that he needs to beat Devin Haney to be undisputed. Mauricio Sulaiman, he clarifies everything. So when you hear people saying that the WBC, World Boxing Council, and Mauricio Sulaiman are saying that Teofimo Lopez is undisputed, well, you hear recently, just last week, that Mauricio Sulaiman is saying that Teofimo Lopez is just the unified champion and he has the acknowledgement belt of the WBC franchise champion. He is indeed not the undisputed lightweight champion, and he has to beat Devin Haney. And he says the only thing that pushed that back is that was the goal for him to become undisputed, or just to clarify who's the best or the undisputed champion at lightweight, because there's a lot of movement going on. There's a lot of fighters there. And he states that the goal was to have Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez face off against one another to clarify who the WBC champion and the undisputed champion is at lightweight. Okay, so there you have it right there, clear as day. Mauricio Sulaiman letting it be known that Teofimo Lopez is not undisputed. Okay, he's indeed the WBC franchise belt holder, which is an acknowledgement of your accomplishments. It's not an official belt. And Mauricio Sulaiman, he stated, we recognize Devin Haney as our official WBC champion. So there is no undisputed lightweight champion as of right now until they get in the ring. So Mauricio Sulaiman, he clarifies. He says that, yes, he beat Vasyl Lomachenko, but Lomachenko essentially vacated his official WBC title and was receiving the acknowledgement title of franchise title, which initially they stated you cannot win or lose. They just saying, now Mauricio Sulaiman is saying that it was just, he didn't win the franchise belt from Lomachenko. He just gained franchise status. He didn't beat Lomachenko and gain the franchise belt. His accomplishments in beating Lomachenko and his accomplishments in becoming unified and beating Richard Comey have garnered him to be recognized as a franchise champion. But he didn't beat and take Lomachenko's status. Lomachenko essentially is still the WBC franchise champion, as four-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer Saul Canelo Alvarez is as well. So in this acknowledgement, it's a trophy that can never be taken away, period. So Mauricio Sulaiman, he clarifies, he did not beat Lomachenko and take his status and become the undisputed champion. No. He stated that he just also is a franchise champion. So now we have 3 franchise champions. But people looked at it as if he beat Vasyl Lomachenko and he took Vasyl Lomachenko's status and that made him undisputed, which it did not. So Mauricio Sulaiman, he clarifies once more, this I had it in the archives. I forgot to release this. This was from, again, October 9th, the day of October 9th, the day of the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury trilogy, and the morning of Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter's press conference. So if anybody wants to know timestamps, and if anybody wants to know when is this and if it's old or not, no, there you have the clarification. It's not old. Mauricio Sulaiman just said this last week, that Teofimo Lopez is not the undisputed lightweight champion, and they do not recognize him as the WBC lightweight champion. And in fact, indeed, they do recognize Devin Haney as the WBC lightweight champion. And if Teofimo Lopez wants to become undisputed, he's going to have to travel the road of beating Devin Haney to do so. Now, we know Teofimo Lopez is scheduled to face his IBF mandatory challenger, George Kambosos Jr., November 27th. And it looks like that's going to be on DAZN, as Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn has picked up that fight. And it looks like Devin Haney could be going in a showdown December 3rd or 4th against former IBF super featherweight or featherweight world champion Mexican superstar boxer Joseph Jojo Diaz, as Joseph Diaz was scheduled to face off against Mexican undefeated rising lightweight superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia in the showdown. But Ryan Garcia, he injured his hand and had to have surgery, so he had to be removed. So it looks like we're going to get Devin Haney versus Joseph Diaz, as we should have already, because Joseph Diaz, he beat Javier Fortuna to become Devin Haney's mandatory. Ryan Garcia had beat Luke Campbell to become Devin Haney's mandatory, but they both opted to go in different directions. So you had the champions seeking out the challengers instead of the challengers who put themselves in position to fight the champion. And now we know that Joseph Jojo Diaz was scheduled to make $1.5 million for the Ryan Garcia fight. And now we know that Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, Devin Haney, DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, Bill Haney, and Devin Haney have offered him the $1.5 million that he was going to receive. So he's not missing a fight, and he's not missing any money, and he's going to ultimately fight for a belt, official WBC lightweight belt, because now you have to look at it from this standpoint, okay? He was going to fight Ryan Garcia for nothing on the line. Now he gets the same money he was going to receive against Ryan Garcia with the same date he was going to fight Ryan Garcia, and he's going to have the belt on the line to face Devin Haney instead of not having nothing at stake. So it should be a win for Joseph Jojo Diaz, and it should be pretty easy for him to make this fight and accept this fight. So after that fight, we know that Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, they came face-to-face this past weekend at 4-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer Mikey Garcia ring return. And they did a lot of chirping back and forth. And essentially, they verbally agreed to fight one another after their respective upcoming showdowns. So let's see how this unfolds. But Mauricio Sulaiman has clarified that Teofimo Lopez is indeed not the WBC lightweight champion. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Wow.